Everybody, Jay and Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym, and here for the very first time in doing her 2025 Road to the Olympia IFBB Pro,
Amber Steffen.
Amber, glad to have you here. How's it feeling?
It feels great. Pittsburgh's awesome. We had a great day exploring, and this is an amazing gym. So, wonderful opportunity.
So, a question I always ask everybody the first time they come here is, when they get here and they see the gym, they always say it's much bigger than what they anticipated because you only see little bits and pieces online. Is that how you felt?
Yeah, so walking through just the front entrance with all of the signage and just seeing the different celebrities and people that have been here, it was so neat. And then, yeah, you open it up and you're like, oh, it's a warehouse, and then this is like a full-on experience. So more than you expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how many years have you been competing?
Yeah, so 2014 was when I won my pro card at Junior Nats. So then to now, so 11 years.
Wow, okay. I know, I didn't want to say I've seen you a lot, but I have seen you a lot.
Yeah. After Junior Nats came up, did 2 shows a year, and then 2019 realized I really needed some time to build, and actually went into powerlifting.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, at the same time, I went back to school and became an administrator, and I was an elementary assistant principal for 3.5 years. And so during that process, also COVID, school shutting down, it was like priorities, right? But also take time to build muscle. And so powerlifting was something that I thought, spend the time, learn the craft, gain the muscle, and then return to the stage. And I am excited that I had like a 300-pound squat, a 275 deadlift, and a 187 bench. So like I've got the Texas record for bench. So that was cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So in process, really
had to help you with all your strength moves too, right?
So yeah. So like literally in process came back. I didn't work on fitness skills, and I went, just focus on this. Let me see what it's like. I literally went back. My flips were better. My tumbling was better. I had stronger, everything developed and built so much stronger from it that then when I actually was like, I'm going to come back to the stage and do this, when Adela brought her show to Austin, where I'm from, and the physique was completely morphed. I didn't expect it at all, and so it was an exciting process to see in that journey, and then to come back and get second right out the gate. I was like, okay, here we go. And then yes, we've seen each other since. I did 5 shows the first year, 4 the next. This year I've done 3, and off to the 3rd Olympia.
And how are you feeling about this year's Olympia?
Yeah, this one feels amazing.
I mean, there's going to be a new champ.
Yes, yeah. And the exciting thing, did the Arnold Classic this year and got 4th. So then coming in and feeling like each time I'm at the top for physique, top 2, my routines land at definitely the top 4 every time. So I feel really good and confident in what we're bringing to the stage this year. And every single time my routines and physique continue to just incrementally increase. And so that's been just like even right now with this one, we're taking it and we continue to enhance the skills and abilities all the way to the show. So it's been a neat process.
So what got you into weight training?
Yeah, so I actually really, it goes all the way back to my growing up. My family has always been into fitness. It did unfortunately spark mostly because when I was 8, my dad did pass away from a heart attack. It was unfortunate, but with that, our family banded together and decided that, health is going to be part of our fitness journey. And my family's more of the marathon, triathlete kind of thing. I went the opposite side because I did a gymnastics, cheerleading background. I was a diver, dancer. And so with all of that, I was like, it makes sense to lift. And so I got into lifting. I did some triathlete activities as well. And then from there just said, it really, really sparked when I want to make college cheerleading. And so, and I want to go to the very best school. And so that was Stephen F. Austin and Nacogdoches at the time. And, I said, I can do this. And with that, I've got to get my body and physique in that condition. Because I went to a few of their prep clinics, and it was kind of like bodybuilding, is you had to really get honed in, right? You're an elite athlete. And so got into bodybuilding from there. And then actually my husband, Derek, after cheerleading in college, we met cheering in college. So that was fun. Our wedding photos were even up in stunts and everything. We just celebrated 13 years of marriage together.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, so that was exciting, and he's with me today. And so with that, I said, I still want to do something in bodybuilding, but I don't know what. And he said, have you heard about fitness? And I said, no. So 2014, we go to the Europa in Dallas. and I watched fitness for the first time, and I saw the girls up there, and I said, I want to do this. And so the very next day, I was at the cheerleading gym, and I was trying out L holds, and I knew I had my splits and everything still. I had the other pieces, but I didn't have, like, in gymnastics, we didn't work on the handstands and the strength holds. Like, it was different style things. And fitness at the time, you had to have the 3 different splits. You had to have the high kicks along with it. It was so many, but it was even more. And so I was like, okay, all these things. And so let me put this together, and went out to Junior Nats, and actually went to my first show, met Adela. And I'd watched her videos and everything through the years, and her being out of Austin, it was so neat to meet her. And then show up, and they're like, you won. And I said, what? And so I go, and I go on to Junior Nats, and I win Junior Nats, and then went on to my first show for Chicago. And it was the best experience. It was something that I said, yeah, fitness is my home, my niche, because it couples the elite skills, but then you also get to take, like, the physique that you're looking for, but then you get to take that and do the strength and ability and everything. So, long story short.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, short story long, right? I got into bodybuilding because, my husband introduced it to me, and I wanted to find an outlet outside of college cheerleading, and how can you do this as an adult? And this really became the marriage of it all. So.
Well, and you have some great routines.
Thank you.
And you can see you're having fun doing it too.
I do. It brings joy. So if you've ever watched the show Netflix, it's called Cheer, right? And so it takes you through Navarro's cheerleading and their journey, and then TVCC and everything. Well, Monica used to come to our tryouts for SFA because it was a junior college, and so we would have Navarro kids come through and everything. And so it was really neat to, from there, just go like, these routines, this what you feel when you step on Daytona stage, when you see that in the show, like, it is that feeling, those like precious moments that you enjoy, and there's no other energy like it. And the only time I found it again was competing in bodybuilding. And so I go, and every time I do that fitness routine on stage, it is that like joy and excitement comes back, and it's that feeling that you just keep chasing to share those moments, and then hope that the people in the audience see it too, which I felt like what I hear and receive is that they feel the joy with me. And so I'm glad that it's kind of like I've brought you into the performance with me. I've made the hard things look easy. It's that meticulous time and energy and skill you spent just in that process, to where what you see is a true performance. It's an artistry.
Yeah.
So.
Now, coming from gymnastics and stuff, you didn't have to do the diet or anything, but now.
Yes. Yeah. No. Coming from gymnastics, it wasn't. It was. As a kid, it was probably the foot-long chili dogs at Sonic on the way to the gym, and then you'd go to the corner and be like, that wasn't a good idea, but here we go. Yeah. So no, that has been cut out. But what I appreciate is in the process, because of what we did, especially for like college, we would do what's called Hell Week, and it was during spring break, and did 2-a-days. We'd practice for 4 hours, then you take a break, come back, do another 4, and it was run the routine full out on repeat, and you have nothing in your system, and you just stand up, and your coach goes, great, go run 2 laps. Line it up. And so like it gets your mind in that set of like whatever you're feeling, remove, prepare that routine, be prepared for a full out, be prepared to run it. And that that is what also drew me to bodybuilding for fitness specifically, is that you have that physique round and you got to come in hard. And I train just like a bodybuilder, and every single thing is just that plus the fitness. And so then you go in and you prepare that fitness routine, and that, okay, just like I've done in college cheer and we prepared, is you prepare the mind and the body to know you're ready for this, and go make it look easy, So yeah, that's the exciting part.
Well, was it tough giving up those footlongs?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I don't even know why I chose those anymore. I was like, dear Lord, they're terrible.
But at the time, it was pretty awesome.
At the time, it was the best idea ever. Oh my gosh, blizzards. It was so funny. And now I'm like, I don't care at all. Like, it literally just whatever.
When you pass a Sonic now, do you just go, hey?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's great. Yeah. It is funny, though. This is the things that as a kid you would do, or you just eat a Lunchable and be like, let me go do 8 hours, no problem. Like, I used to go to Caroli camp, Bella Caroli's camp.
Okay.
So out in small town Texas, and I'd go there. I did 13 years as a camper. I was a coach. Got to meet Mary Lou Retton, actually train her daughter. That was pretty cool. One of the weeks she hid her last name was something else because she didn't want anyone to know. And so I'm like spotting her on beam, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, honey," and then I turn and it's Mary Lou and her big smile, right? And I was like, "Mary Lou," and I was like, "But I've got your daughter." So it was a really exciting experience, but just like learning under, again, another experience there where like you're going to camp and you're doing 100-degree weather and you're 8 hours a day and you're not enough nutrition that you can even get, right? And so I'd come home losing 5 pounds at like already like a toothpick size, you know.
That you really couldn't afford to lose.
Yeah. And so it was just kind of like, whatever. And I'd come home and my mom was like, all right, we're going out to get, foot-long chili dogs. So, but yeah, it was really neat. No, I don't miss the chili dogs though. No.
You had your fill, right?
I did. Yeah. Now just get me a great cookie, but it has to be the one I make because that's the only kind. So yeah.
Well, now you're getting into fitness and you're eating and doing this, you probably felt a lot better, right?
I did, yeah. And even as the years have gone on, I have found like your body continues to change and morph, right? And so in my early 20s, it was like a lot of this up and down in weights and everything. And then as I got into the 30s, the muscle maturity has been there. It's been the exciting part of like my weight really only fluctuates a small amount, which then allows for those fitness skills to continue to evolve and grow through the years. And I've even told myself of like, wow, I'm surprised I'm learning this new skill because even though I'm older, it's easier on the joints. It's because the maintenance of the weight is all kind of hovering in a spot where you're like in a homeostasis. The work is always still there. You're still pushing everything, but like the muscle maturity is there so that my body is not fighting me. It's now going like, yeah, let's continue to grow and evolve. So that's been the cool part of it.
Good. Yeah. So while we're standing here, do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, obviously Derek that's here with me, we are a small team, we train together, my coach, I've been with him since the beginning of really bodybuilding as well, and Derek and him cheered to college together, and Mike's been a fantastic coach for me, and it's just been, we do this as a small team, and then obviously my sponsors Redcon One and Liquid Sun Rays. You've been amazing, and then Bella Glam for just making my face look nice for shows. But really, it's been a great team. I like showing that you can do this with a small team. You can do this, on your own to an extent, and that like, especially for fitness, that choreography piece, it's just. That is where that artistry and craft and skill is just so exciting to see, and letting, potential girls know that this is something that you don't have to outsource. If you have an ability and a skill and a desire and a want, you can do these things on your own. And that's truly where I feel like I enjoy the thrive of that. For fitness, it's going in and just meticulously diving into each and everything, of taking those mandatories, taking that endurance, strength, and flexibility, all those three components, and building something beautiful for the stage. Because it takes me back to the legacies of the sport and how each and every one of us, it came down to if you nail that physique, and then every single person you could honor and respect and excitement for their routine, and each one of us were just in awe of each other, and so that was so neat. I remember competing with like Rael and Fiona and Bethany and Miriam Capes, and just seeing that on stage and being like, shoot, I don't know who they're going to choose, because this is just such an exciting experience. And so I appreciated being able to be up there and Oksana and competing with legacies, right? And so just the excitement for fitness and that kind of uniqueness of the sport. So.
And for you, it's nice that Adela's right down the road, basically.
Yes, yeah. Adela has been a fantastic person to not only just get to know, but also I feel like she's a good friend. She's a no holds bar person, and someone that I've gone through her routines and really enjoy her skills and her mindset. And then we chat pretty often and talk about cats and everything. And I have a few, she has a few, and just like enjoying her friendship through the years. And someone that you looked up to, being like, wow, like that's how exciting to have someone like that just be in your corner as well. So it's really great. Yeah.
All right, so listen, if you want to see Amber and the rest of the Fitness Olympia, make sure you get your tickets, because they're selling fast. They're probably going to be sold out pretty soon. They're notoriously, they've been sold out close to 3 weeks before a show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely go on MrOlympia.com, get the pay-per-view if you're not able to join us. But if you are able to join us, it's a great experience. And yeah, it's definitely selling out fast. I mean, Derek's already in the mezzanine, so so it's definitely get your tickets.
All right. So J.M. Manion.
Amber Steffen.
Signing out for NBCNewsOnline.com. We look forward to seeing you at the Olympia.